How can you save the most amount of money and get the best deal when buying a car from a dealer? That's what we're going to find out. Welcome to Car Corner, where we help you, the consumer, master the process of car buying and car ownership. Buying a car from a dealer can be quite a challenging process, especially now with the ongoing major car shortage. It's no secret that dealer markups, excessive charges, and inflated prices are widespread. So what can you do to make sure that you leave the dealer with a fair deal that you can feel good about? Well, make sure to stick around until the end of the video, because that's what we're going to find out. And if you enjoy and get value out of this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I post 2 videos a week, always straight to the point, valuable car buying advice designed to help you, the consumer. The first way that you can potentially save yourself thousands of dollars on your next purchase is by ordering a car from a dealer rather than buying a car that's available right on the lot. Don't assume that buying a showroom car or a lot car or even a lightly used or demo car is going to save you thousands of dollars, because more often than not in this market with the major shortage, that is often not the case. Because so many new cars have such long waiting periods, especially high demand cars like SUVs, small compact cars, and a lot of hybrid and electrified cars, dealerships are able to charge a premium for any readily available inventory that they have on their lots. It's not uncommon to find high demand models with markups, add-on products, and all kinds of excessive charges that can sometimes add thousands of dollars to the final price. The most straightforward way to avoid this is to factory order a brand new car rather than buying a car that's available on the dealer lot. That way you can pre-negotiate the price and avoid paying for a lot of expensive dealer add-ons that you might not be interested in. It might mean that you're going to have to wait a few months or potentially even longer depending on the model that you want to buy, but at least you know you're not going to be paying an overinflated price or a huge price premium just to get the car right away. Which brings us to the next major car buying tip that could save you thousands, which is shopping dealer quotes. Now this is a huge one because you can't always assume that the dealership closest to your location is going to give you the best price or even a fair deal. Every single dealer is different, and it's not uncommon to find one dealer charging thousands more for the exact same car versus another dealer. So you have to make sure that you obtain price quotes with a fully itemized price breakdown from every single dealership in your area. That way you know exactly what you're going to pay for, and you can pick the dealership that's going to give you the best price before you even visit the dealership in person. Now sometimes that is easier said than done, and it's not uncommon for dealers to refuse to give you a price ahead of time without visiting the dealership in person. But remember, you can always walk away and avoid a dealership that's unprofessional and not being transparent with you. But as challenging as it can be, shopping multiple quotes from different dealers in your area is a really important strategy that could potentially save you a lot of money. And before we move on to the next major money saving tip, I'm happy to announce that we've partnered with OMVIC, Ontario's vehicle sales regulator, to help you, the consumer, know your rights. An important tip is to always deal with a properly licensed and registered dealership. For example, here in Ontario, all dealers and salespeople are licensed by OMVIC, and they're bound by the Motor Vehicle Dealers Act and OMVIC's Code of Ethics. This includes operating with integrity, disclosure in marketing or all-in pricing, mandatory disclosures in the sales or lease contracts, as well as accountability, compliance, respect, and professionalism. As with other provinces and many states across the US, consumers do have rights. In Ontario, those rights are under the Consumer Protection Act and the Motor Vehicle Dealers Act, but those rights only apply to you if you buy a new or used vehicle from an OMVIC registered dealership. So to learn more, just visit the OMVIC link in the description box below. Which brings us to our next major money saving tip, which is to watch out for dealer markups, excessive fees, and add-ons. With the ongoing car shortage, it's not uncommon to encounter dealers that are asking for market adjustment fees, sometimes adding thousands of dollars over the normal MSRP of the vehicle. And on top of excessive dealer markups, you can also encounter dealers that are also charging for all kinds of additional fees and mandatory add-ons that you might not necessarily want to pay for. It's important to understand what the mandatory charges are when you're purchasing a new vehicle. For example, you should only be paying for the MSRP or the manufacturer suggested retail price, which is found on the car manufacturer website. And on top of that, you also have a few mandatory charges, including freight and PDI or delivery and destination, and also a few additional levies, all of which total just under a couple $100. And then finally on top of that, you have your normal sales tax. And that's really it. So if you encounter a dealer that's charging anything in addition to that, you can always try and negotiate it out of the price, or just shop around and find another dealer that's not going to be charging them in the first place. Now, once you've negotiated the total vehicle price and you're confident that you're getting a really fair deal, the next thing that you want to watch out for that could potentially save you a lot of money is the interest rates for financing and leasing. It's always a great idea to shop around and check with all your local banks and credit unions to see if you can get pre-approved for a loan at a much lower interest rate than what the dealership is offering you. But sometimes dealers do have better rates, and they can also sometimes have incentives like loyalty programs or grad programs that can reduce the interest rates further. So don't always assume that your local bank or some other lender is going to give you the best deal on financing. You have to check all of your different options, consider them carefully, and go whichever one is going to give you the best interest rate. Now, once you've selected your loan option, another way that you could save yourself a ton of money is by going with a shorter loan than what the dealership is recommending. I sometimes see dealers pushing their customers to go with 84 months or even 96-month loans, but it's not really a good idea because it just means you're going to be spending more money on interest, and the total cost of borrowing for your loan is going to go way up as a result. So even though it is going to increase your payments, try your best to take out a shorter loan. Ideally 48 months or 60 months at the absolute most. It's going to dramatically reduce the amount of money that you spend on interest, and it's also going to reduce your chance of running into negative equity too. Remember, a car is a depreciating asset, and you want to try and pay it off faster than the rate it's depreciating at. And the best way to do that is to take out a shorter loan. Or better yet, if you have the means, just pay for your car in cash, especially if you have a higher interest rate on your loan. Which brings us to the next major way that you can save yourself a ton of money, which is your trade-in car. Even though the prices of cars has gone up, so has the value of trade-in cars. So you really need to make sure that you're maximizing the value of your trade-in and getting a fair price for it. The best way to do this is to take advantage of online instant cash offer tools on popular websites like AutoTrader and Kelley Blue Book. I recommend using all of these different websites and pick whichever one gives you the highest instant cash offer. And once you have that information, just go back to the dealership that you're buying a new car from and use it to negotiate a better value for your trade-in car. So now that we've looked at all the most important ways that you can save yourself a lot of money, including factory ordering a car, negotiating a fair price, looking at your car loan and interest rate, and also getting a fair trade-in value for your car too, it's now time to look at a few other things that not everybody always pays attention to, such as car insurance. Just like dealers, you can't always assume that one insurance company is going to necessarily be giving you the best rates and the best policy for your needs. So you have to be willing to shop around and check what different insurance companies are going to be offering you. Or better yet, you can just hire an insurance broker who can do all of that work on your behalf. They're going to check all the different insurance companies in your area and find which one's going to offer you the best rates and the best policy to fit your needs. And on top of shopping car insurance, another way that you could save yourself thousands of dollars is by buying a car that has a good reputation for reliability with low maintenance costs and repair costs. And it's not just the reliability that you want to pay attention to. You also want to choose a car that's really good at maintaining high resale value as it ages. After all, what good is it to buy a car for a really good price if it's just going to drop a lot in value over time and cost you a lot more money down the road if you need to sell it or trade it in? So make sure you buy a car that has a great reputation for reliability, low repair costs and low maintenance costs, and also one that's going to hold its value over time as it ages. If you follow all of these basic tips, you should be able to save yourself a ton of money, even thousands of dollars on your next purchase. So make sure you take your time, do some research, and make an informed decision before you rush into any purchase. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any suggestions for any future car videos, just leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. You can also take a look at my other car videos by clicking these links over here. Make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And if you need additional car buying advice, recommendations, or help with getting a great deal on your next new car purchase, make sure to check out carhelpcan.com. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.